Breaking out onto Netflix back in December of 2019 for its debut season, Virgin River has quickly snuck its way into our hearts as one of our favorite romantic drama shows, with the series having been based on the novels of the same name written by Robin Carr. We are still awaiting the arrival of that aforementioned fourth season, and fans of the show have been waiting in the wings for the slightest bit of breaking news. Today, we're going to be recapping all of the hottest stories regarding the upcoming fourth season, including a certain actor's hint on the production progress. So don't go anywhere. First up, male actress hints at upcoming season's arrival. As the leading actress in the series, portraying the show's primary character, Mel Monroe, it will come as no surprise that people tend to take notice whenever Alexandra Breckenridge says anything about Virgin River. It's pretty logical that we can take the word of one of the show's most influential cast members very seriously, and especially given that we have received nothing from the crew themselves with regards to when we can expect the arrival of season 4. Even the slightest of hints is enough to send fans wild with speculation. Slightest of hints is definitely how you describe our most recent news. But hey, anything's better than silence, right? Breckenridge recently took to her Instagram and gave fans a fun tease to suggest that season 4 could be close, as she announced that she has finished with all of her post-production work for the fourth season, having completed a session of audio-digital recording. She went on to explain that these recordings are a post-production process carried out to supply dialogue for the show when recording it live would not have been possible, such as when filming scenes out in the street where the noise of traffic or other pedestrians would have drowned out the dialogue. The excitement here, of course, comes from the fact that this is Breckenridge's last block of post-production work, and since she's a key lead who likely has the most lines in the show, this would suggest that the majority of the work overall on the show's post-production is completed. Another thing that fans are looking out for is any indication that season 5, which has already been confirmed as something that will happen, has begun shooting. Unfortunately, there's nothing from Breckenridge's post that would suggest as such, as she noted that besides the recording session she had, her day was primarily uneventful, with the star signing off by hoping that her fans' days were proving more interesting. We can probably say from this that season 5 is yet to begin shooting, which would make sense. But all of this would hint that we could be close to getting an announcement for when season 4 will premiere. The previous 3 seasons have been released in November, December, and July, so there's no real pattern to speak of, so we'll just have to wait and see. Next up, Stacey Farber talks season 3 anxiety. One of the most prominent plot lines throughout season 3 of Virgin River, and undoubtedly the saddest, was the ongoing story of Lily, who was played by Linda Boyd, tragically passing away from cancer, leaving her newborn in the care of her eldest daughter, Tara. The actress who plays Tara, Canadian Stacey Farber, has recently taken to speaking with the media over her crucial role in the drama of season 3, admitting that it was a big step that caused her no shortage of anxiety. With Lily becoming ill, the operation of the family's farm fell to Tara, with the Tara character becoming far more prominent for the show in general thanks to this newfound responsibility and role. Asked about how it felt to tackle a storyline as powerful as supporting your family when your mother is struggling with cancer, Farber revealed that she was really nervous about the entire ordeal, especially in the later episodes of the season where tragic drama really began to ramp up. "I was super stressed and didn't think I'd be able to pull it off," Farber admitted whilst appearing as a guest on the Hallmarkies podcast, going on to declare the storyline the most intense thing she had ever performed in during her acting career. Farber went on to reveal that she had concerns and worries over whether she'd be able to provide the necessary emotion for the role, being unsure whether she'd be able to cry on command, which would no doubt be important, considering considering her in-storyline mother spent the season slowly dying. Fortunately, things seem to have worked out just fine for Stacey, as she praised a great director who kept the set very quiet for her in these important emotional scenes, allowing her to focus on her feelings and get comfortable with performing such tragic sadness on camera. In the end, according to Farber, things just clicked, and she found herself able to deliver on what she had been so very anxious about. Moving on, well wishes for Martin Henderson. New Zealand actor Martin Henderson is obviously most well known to fans of Virgin River for his role on the show, where he plays the character of Jack Sheridan. Sheridan is introduced to us as a local restaurant bar owner who becomes romantically interested in central character Mel Monroe when she moves to the town of Virgin River. He's also an ex-Marine, which is pretty cool. Sheridan's interest in Mel is actually a big part in why she remains in Virgin River in the first place, as he works alongside Hope to try and convince Mel to stay, ultimately successful in his attempts. Martin would go on to become a primary love interest for Mel throughout the show, though the two would face multiple difficulties, with one of the major hurdles in the way of them becoming a couple being the fact that Sheridan unexpectedly becomes the father of twins. Yeah, that'll throw a wrench in the plans a bit, won't it? I suppose it is a romantic drama. Anyways, it may excite fans of Virgin River, and Jack Sheridan in particular, to learn that Martin Henderson is set to play a large role in an upcoming movie. The upcoming film represents a rather large shift in genre for Henderson, who is most known for his work within the romance section of media, as he will be starring in the horror Project X. That title may not sound like much, given that it is literally just a single letter, but don't be fooled, because the synopsis for this movie is all kinds of crazy. A group of filmmakers in 1970s Texas head out to a rural farm to shoot an adult movie, with the entire situation quickly going very, very wrong. Henderson will be joining a star-studded cast that features the likes of Kid Cudi and Mia Goth, and his fellow Virgin River castmates have been quick to congratulate him across social media. One co-star advised that they might have to put aside their aversion to horror movies in order to go see Henderson on the big screen, whilst another wished Martin and the rest of his castmates success with the project. It's always very nice to see actors supporting each other, providing a real sense of friendship between the real-life colleagues behind our favorite characters. Finally, we'll be in Season 4. To round off today's episode, let's quickly go through who we can be expecting to see rock up for Season 4 of the show, shall we? It will come as no shock that the vast majority of the key cast members are likely to return, with Mel and Jack set to be reprised by Alexandra Breckenridge and Martin Henderson respectively, whilst returns for Colin Lawrence as John and Annette O'Toole as Hope are also expected, amongst many others. The one big question mark we do have is over whether we'll be seeing any more of Linda Boyd in the role of Lily, as the character recently passed away in the finale of Season 3. Boyd herself has confirmed that there are ongoing conversations between herself and the showrunners with regards to bringing Lily back in some capacity, which could hint at us potentially receiving some flashback sequences throughout Season 4. It could also be possible that we see Lily as a ghost or a member of the undead, but that would seem a touch out of place for a serious drama focused on romance. Luckily for us, we didn't need to speculate for long, as Boyd then went and spoke with Radio Times, confirming that her conversations with the showrunners had revolved around the potential for Lily to return in flashbacks, in a similar fashion to how Mel's deceased husband is shown throughout the series. Those are all of the returning characters of note, but there are also going to be some new arrivals for Season 4, the most notable of them being Dr. Cameron Hayek, played by the delightful Mark Ganame of Helix fame. Hayek is looking like he'll be something of a ladies' man, a charming and handsome physician who has just moved to town and will quickly make an impression on the ladies around Virgin River. Kai Bradbury, meanwhile, is set to play Denny Cutler, the long-lost grandson of Doc, who arrives in town to try and rekindle a relationship with his grandfather, though he also bears a secret that could threaten to stand in his way of doing just that. And that's everything. Are you excited for Season 4 of Virgin River? What do you think's going to happen? Let us know down in the comments. And until next time, we'll see you soon.